Hi there, Rick Kamla, Steve Alexander,
Hi there.
MSWA Hall of Famer. What is going on, people? Hey, it's Fantasy NBA today. We
Hey
are getting
now.
you ready for Thursday night's 5-game slate, and there's some good games, some good action. We got some good takes for you. So before we dive in, we want to shout out our sponsor, BetOnline. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds and everything from the NBA and college basketball, the NHL and UFC, BetOnline continues to be your number one sports betting source. From every three-pointer to hat trick, BetOnline has you covered with odds, stats, and more for every game, every play, and every win. BetOnline, the game starts here. All right, Doc, let's preview Thursday night slate with streaming options. Get us going here, man. Who are you streaming on Thursday? It's a light night. This is a streamer night, bro.
I have a question for you first. When it comes to sports apparel, I would never wear a Dallas Mavericks Luka jersey with a Dallas Mavericks hat. But I have buddies who say they would never wear like an NBA shirt with an NFL hat. Where do you're not a hat guy though, I don't think.
I have hats. I used to wear hats. I just don't really like having stuff on my head anymore. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you about.
So would you rock back in the Minnesota days? Would you rock a Timberwolves shirt and a Timberwolves hat at the same time? Or
nah, because I'm kind of like that guy that I'm not calling myself cool here, but I also don't want to be like dorky or corny and like double up on that and like be gear guy, right? Think about it, Doc. Like you and I have been to a million concerts in our life, right? There are exceptions to the rule, but usually you don't wear the shirt of the group you're going to see, right?
I do not ever do that.
You wear another band shirt. Like
yes.
If you're going to see a Mastodon show, you wear a Metallica shirt, right? You don't wear a Mastodon shirt to go see a Mastodon show. Or are you the opposite with that?
No. I try to never wear band gear of the band that I'm going to see.
So it's a weird thing. So that's kind of where I'm at with the sports
like you
deal.
said, there's a couple exceptions. Like back when I was a huge Sebadoh fan, and they were so underground. Like I wore a Sebadoh shirt to a Sebadoh show, but then again, I've seen guys who are in bands wear their own band's T-shirt before, so that's a whole different ball game. Anyway, all right, let's get into this. 5 streamers. Number 1 on my list is Bol Bol, although he's not really a streamer because he should be rostered everywhere, according to Ricky Props and myself. So Bol Bol is on my list. Moses Moody, starting for the Warriors, hasn't really popped yet, but the minutes are there, and I feel like it's coming at some point for Moses Moody. Your guy, Jose Alvarado, I think is a great streamer for Thursday night. Yves Missi with Kelly Olynyk has been ruled out. The Pelicans, your guy, Kelly Olynyk, out. That means Yves Missi should do some stuff. Maybe we might have a Matkovic sighting. I don't know. And then Nickeil Alexander-Walker. We don't talk about him very much, but he's basically become the point guard in Minnesota. His game log is nice. He's playing really well. He should be rostered in more leagues than he is currently rostered in. So NAW, I think, is a great streamer.
All right. So I think I agree with all the stuff you're saying, Doc. I do worry about NAW a little bit because Dante DiVincenzo might come back for Thursday night's game against the LA Lakers. But I mean, he hasn't been like he practiced on Wednesday. It's a positive sign. It's not like a green light indication that he's going to go, but it's a positive sign. But I want to start in New Orleans here, and I'm going to give you like several streamers here. but there are 4 potential streamers in this New Orleans game, all on the Pels side. I do think, Doc, that this is going to be a really good situation to stream Matkovic because you've got Olynyk out. So Matkovic might even start in this game. Yves Missi is going to continue to do his thing, play high 20s in minutes, flirt with a double-double, give you a block. Jose Alvarado is going to have a game here, Doc, because a couple of reasons. Bruce Brown being out is huge for Jose. It opens up usage rate, minutes, shots, the whole thing. But also, Jose Alvarado is the spirit animal. He's like the heartbeat, the Draymond Green of the Pelicans, right? And this is going to be a feisty rivalry type of game. And you may be going, what are you talking about? Some of our audience may be going, what are you, Pels and Suns? They met in the playoffs a couple of years ago. Doc, as you remember, it got chippy with Chris Paul and Alvarado, and Paul's no longer there, but, you know, Booker and a lot of woofing. And I've seen regular season meetings since, and there's always a tone to it. I worked with Antonio Daniels for years on NBA radio. He, of course, is the TV analyst for the Pelicans. He always talks about how the Pelicans get up for the Suns, and they just always play better and play above their heads. So it may be just another game for the Suns. This is not just going to be another game for the Pelicans. So, and then another guy is Jordan Hawkins, Doc, because if Bruce Brown is out, Hawkins is already playing about half the game. So this could be one of those nights where Hawk shoots up for like 18, 19 points. But it's going to be a feisty game. It's Streamerville in New Orleans right now. And I really do like Matkovic as a streamer in this game. Now, Doc, I want to bring up Grayson Allen, same game. Okay. The points and the threes have really, it's been a roller coaster, okay? And it's really hard to get a read on. So it's a dice roll, okay? But it's a 5-game night. You got to do that on these nights. I just like the minutes that Grayson Allen is playing. Last 4 games, 33, 24, 24, 30. And it used to be weird with the minutes, but now Coach Bud has gone back to the Grayson Allen thing. So we may get that 16.4 3-ball game in this one. Again, we got to go deep here. It's a 5-game night. And these guys are all like 3-point guys, okay? I happen to be in a battle this week with Paul Charchian and Randy Shaver in the Cam Dynasty, and they've got me in threes right now. I think I'm down 5-3 right now. I've got a 9-category lead on them for first place, and I'm trying to hold them off so I can get the small bag of money for winning the regular season championship. And this is the last hurdle to me doing that. So I'm looking for threes, okay? I picked up A.J. Green, who I'll get to in a moment here, because I'm down in threes, and it's just going to be a critical category. And like I talk to you guys basically all the time, that blocks and steals the most important categories. Most weeks come down to those. So go searching for threes with Grayson Allen. Go searching for threes with A.J. Green, okay? Doc, check this out, and let's sit on this for a minute. I know I bang on Doc Rivers for not playing Kevin Porter Jr. and A.J. Green plays 30 minutes a game. And I know why. It's floor spacing, okay? He wants a 3-point driller so the floors open up for Dame and Giannis and all that stuff. Totally get it. Last 5 games, A.J. Green has 14 threes, Doc. So if you need that 3-ball category and it's a home game, okay, for A.J. Green. So I think he's a pretty good streamer if you're looking for threes.
Interesting. I did not think about A.J. Green. I did have Grayson Allen on my honorable mention list, along with Rui Hachimura, who should be rostered everywhere. That's why I didn't count him. And Wendell Carter Jr., I think, has a decent chance to do something tonight. But I like the A.J. Green take. I was unaware that he had that 3-point prowess going on. Taurean Prince was leading the league in 3-point percentage for a long time, but I mean, I feel like he's just fallen off a cliff, right? Like, does he do anything anymore? I mean, you're not going to believe this, but I don't spend a lot of time studying the Milwaukee box score because it's usually gross. It's Dame, it's Giannis, it's Brolo, and it's a bunch of garbage. But Taurean Prince is also a source of threes, I think, if you need it. But back to Grayson Allen, who I had on my list. His last game. Now, granted, before this last game, he went 9 points, 11 points, 3 points. Like, ugh. But on Tuesday against Memphis, it was overtime. 30 minutes, 6 of 10 from the floor, 6 of 9 from downtown. He had 21 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, and a block. Like, that's Bruce Guy. That's the line that I'm sure is going to carry Brewski for another 10 days of talking about the potential and the prowess of Grayson Allen. But I think you're right, dude. I think if you're in a battle for 3-pointers right now, streaming Grayson Allen on Thursday night makes a ton of sense.
AJ Green as well. Let me give you another one, okay? Gary Trent Jr. And again, it's a dice roll, okay? He is capable of that 18-point bench game with 5 threes. Very capable of it. Last 4 games he's gone, and the points 7, 9, 16, 5. So blowing those dice, you're looking for a 7 in a craps game. He's due, could step up in a home game, and it's a big game. It is a showdown game. It's Bucks, it's Nugs, it's 2 recent champs, it's Jokic, it's Giannis. It's a big freaking game. It's going to be on TNT and the whole thing. And then one more, Doc. I know you bring this guy up from time to time, and I'm usually sound asleep, and I'm pretty freaking asleep on this too. I'd much rather have Grayson Allen, AJ Green, or Gary Trent Jr. Okay, but if you're in a super deep league and you need some goodies, I give you Josh Green of the Charlotte Hornets because, Doc, they're at the Dallas Mavericks. Once upon a time, he played ball in that blue uniform, that jersey that you're wearing right there. Over the last 5 games, Josh Green has been good for 8 threes and 8 steals over the last 5 games. Is that great? No, it's like 1.6 in each category, right? Again, we're deep, 5-game night. I won't belabor the point here. So those are our streamers. Let's talk about top 3 situations or players to watch. Steve Alexander, Rick Kamla. We're the Fantasy NBA Today, Sports Ethos Fantasy Basketball platform, and our YouTube channel. Hey, what up? And shout out to Andre Lemouche behind the glass. What you got?
Jalen Suggs still out. Of course he is. Cole Anthony got hurt in his last game, but is not expected to miss any time. I'm still curious to see if we get an Anthony Black game on Thursday night. I think Anthony Black. What was that? What are you mouthing?
I like kind of like doing like mime movements to some of the stuff you say. It's stuff like that. Yeah. I'm just trying to be. I'm not. I was just saying I'm not feeling that. I'm not.
Oh,
that's
all
you.
And that's cool. And I'm not really either. But that is a situation I want to watch because we know Anthony Black can play. And Cole Anthony, I don't think is really all that healthy right now. We know Jalen Suggs is not. If Cole Anthony was out for this game, I think Anthony Black would have been on both of our streamer lists. But if Anthony's going to play,
I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over the Anthony Black.
You're done with anyone in Orlando not named Paolo or Franz. ...
Suggs went healthy, and that's it.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm curious to see what Anthony Black does tonight. I want to see if Bol starts. I want to see if Bol goes off. And what I don't want to see is Bol come off the bench. The other thing I'm very curious about, and this is a late addition to my list because I forgot, God forgive me, I forgot that Dante DiVincenzo was coming back. But this is kind of a big deal because before DiVincenzo got hurt, he was like skyrocketing, like starting to take off. Took over the point guard job in Minnesota. They've been filling in the gaps with NAW and the kid Dillingham and 40-year-old Mike Conley. They're in 7th place in the West. Like they're only a half game behind the Clippers. They can still get in without having to worry about a play-in situation, which I'm sure they would love to do. And Dante DiVincenzo could be a big part of that. So if he plays Thursday night, I want to see how he looks, how rusty he is. and where he's at. I think if you've got an open roster spot and you want to try to swing for the fences and hit a home run, that DiVincenzo is a pretty good pickup right now because Minnesota's better when he's playing and running the point. They just are.
There would be a ton of ripple effects to that. It would impact Nas Reed. It would impact Jaden McDaniels. It would obviously completely kill any value that Mike Conley still might have. It would make NAW no longer, well, like maybe a dice roll streamer, but certainly not some like attractive waiver wire guy. So he's on my list too of top 3 players or situations to watch going into Thursday night. Again, Dante DiVincenzo practiced on Wednesday. He may come back and play in this game. As we record this, we do not know the answers to these questions. I will say this: Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert both did not practice on Wednesday, but Dante did. All right, so maybe we get Dante back on the court. Now, I had Bull written down here as well. Coach Bud, can we trust you? I feel like after, Steve Kerr was as whimsical with his rotation as a Motley Crue groupie, right, Doc? So, and you know, Coach Bud's been very whimsical this year. So, do I trust the Motley Crue groupie here? I don't, okay, because she's a groupie. But with Bull here, Doc, I insist that there's no more roller coaster ride with Coach Bud. Coach Bud, dude. Doc, it makes so much sense to start him at center for this team, okay? They didn't start Tyus Jones in the last game. They went Beal, Booker, Durant, Nick Richards, and frickin' A, I'm forgetting the other guy. And Bull. And I think Bull started the second half for Nick Richards. Oh my God, Andre, help me out.
He started over Royce O'Neal, I believe, is what.
There you go. Bottom line, okay. Bottom line, no more messing around with Bull. Right? Every time he plays big minutes, he plays well. So again, we can move on here. It's just to sit. I'm gonna watch every single Phoenix Suns game, Doc. It's going to be the Bull watch. Okay, unless he strings together 12 consecutive games of 30+ minutes, and we kind of are like past the worry and the nervousness of the yo-yo with Coach Bud.
And here's the thing with Bull and the Phoenix Suns. They are 2-8 over their last 10. They are currently in 11th place. They're barely in front of the Portland Trailblazers. They're behind the struggling Sacramento Kings. They're behind the Luka-less, Anthony Davis-less Dallas Mavericks. Like, the Suns are having a travesty of a season. So why not just let Bull go out there and do his thing and try to bring some positive energy to the building? Because if nothing else, Bull is a fan favorite wherever he goes. People love that guy. And let him play, man. Nobody loves Royce O'Neal outside of his immediate family, maybe some cousins. Royce O'Neal's just a guy. I love Royce O'Neal, but I'm weird like that. Let Bull play and stop messing with us. I tell you what, if Bull comes off the bench and plays 18 minutes tonight, I'm going to break stuff.
The starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns is so obvious, Doc. You start Bull at center, Kevin Durant at 4, Royce O'Neal at 3, Devin Booker at 2. Well, hold on, I'm screwing it up here. Bradley Beal at 3, Royce O'Neal at 2, Booker at 1. Okay, that should be your starting 5. The big 3 plus Royce O'Neal, the 3-and-D guy, the 3-point shooter, and then you get Bull. I mean, what has Nick Richards done to keep Bull down? Okay, Nick Richards should not be playing in front of Bull. I know they made a splashy trade for Nick Richards after about the. Who cares about all that kind of stuff? They lose every single game.
It's been a disaster. Nick Richards is like, oh, I'm going to double tonight, and then he does nothing for the next week. He's so frustrating. He's been bad, toxic. The Phoenix Suns are toxic. The only thing that can save Phoenix is Bobo. I mean, it just is. That's where we're at.
Doc, Nick Richards is a bench player. He's a bench player. Okay. When guys are bench players and they become starters and they do what Nick Richards is doing, they expose themselves as bench players. Okay. Precious Achiuwa, the New York Knicks, is a bench player. If you start him, you will start to get diminishing returns. Okay. The efficiency will go down, the rebounding rate will go down because the minutes, blah, 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 because he's a bench player. Okay.
And if you can't make Nurkic work, why? What makes you think you're going to make Nick Richards work? Let Bobo play, man.
Let Bobo play. So we're both obviously hot on that scenario. And then I got one more for you, Doc. Kyle Kuzma. Okay. Dude, not where's my car. Dude, you're in the championship fast lane. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. You're no longer on Washington. You're no longer going through the motions. You're no longer sleepwalking through games that don't matter in front of 5,000 people, okay? Come on, let's go. They traded for you. Dude, Doc, I said this on my NBA show on Monday. I don't think Milwaukee's going to win the championship, okay? But they are one of my 6 core contenders. I do a core contender and a fringe contender thing. Milwaukee is in my core that can win it, okay? Why? Giannis and Dame. They have championship DNA, right? And Kyle Kuzma has championship DNA. He's got a ring. And now you're playing with Giannis. Like, I don't understand how Kyle Kuzma is not like getting blocks and steals and he's activated. And he had like 9 points and 6 rebounds in the previous game. I mean, he's been playing very average, very like monotone basketball. It's been a bummer. So I'm watching Kyle Kuzma and I'm really anticipating something. For the love of God, a pulse, please. All right, let's get into some risers and fallers, Doc. Let's start with some risers heading into the 5-game Thursday night. What you got?
Just real quick, when Kuzma was in Washington, he was the man. And Rick, I don't know how much golf you play, but if I go out and play golf and I'm playing against somebody I know I can beat, I know I should beat, my mentality's different. I'm just like, I'm gonna get it today. I'm gonna go get it. And if I'm playing against somebody who I'm not that confident against, like they're probably gonna beat me, my mentality's different. And I think Kuzma in Washington, he was the man. Like there was nobody there to take shots from him, and he didn't have to worry about Giannis and Dame. Now he's like the third wheel, and he's like, I'm just going to defer. I'm going to sit back and watch Giannis and Dame do their thing. And then if I get loose balls and make something happen, I will. They're just not running plays for him. He's not the focal point. And I don't think he's nearly as good of a fantasy player when he's not the focal point. That's my take.
No, I agree. Hey, golfing wise, real quick, I don't assess, can I beat this guy? Am I better than this guy? I'm just trying to hit the fucking ball. Okay. I'm just trying to keep my head in there and not pull out and yank the ball like down the third baseline. Right. That's all I'm trying to do when I golf, Doc. There's no science to it. I'm just trying to hit the ball.
All right. Well, I've played a lot of competitive golf, and I know that there are days when I walk out there and I'm like, I'm going to take, especially if somebody's like disrespecting me and like, this guy's not very good. I love playing competitive golf. Anyway, 3 risers. There's something happening in LA, baby. And Luka Doncic. The fire has been lit.
Mm-hmm.
The mojo has been reactivated. The crying game period is over. I miss my friends and family back in Dallas. That's all gone. Now it's let's go kick the league's ass and try to win LeBron another ring. And they're 9-2 in their last 11 games. Luka, his mentality, just like I was talking about with my golf game, has totally changed. It's done a 180. Like now he's confident again. LeBron's with him. Austin Reeves is great. Rui Hachimura is rolling. JJ Redick, who Charles Barkley called a dead man walking about a month ago, is not a dead man walking. The Lakers are the number 4 seed in the West. They are tracking Memphis and Denver. I'm telling you, man, I don't want to mess with this Lakers team. Luke is pissed off. And now that Luke is feeling like I think he had doubts. I think he's like, am I fat? Am I lazy? Do I suck? No, Luka, you don't. Luka is a riser, dude. And the Lakers are coming. I'm just telling you. Max Christie, the other half of that trade, now that Anthony Davis is a distant memory, at least for now. Max Christie was not great against the Lakers, his former team, on Tuesday night. But Max Christie, before Luka went on this 2-game tear, Christie and Luka were putting up similar numbers. And Christie's been great. And I think he's going to continue to be really good because Nico Harris is trying to save face. He's like, look, Max, I need you to make this trade look good. I need get the ball to Max. Let Max eat. So I think Max Christie is a riser. And I don't really have a third one. One guy that I'm very curious about outside of Damian Baugh, of course, is his teammate KJ Simpson. If LaMelo Ball is shut down, which I believe he probably will be, I don't want him to be. I just think he will be. If he's shut down, I think KJ Simpson could go on a month-long tear as Charlotte's starting point guard if Ball is gone. What you
if he's shut down. In terms of the shutdown thing, Doc, we are seeing teams. The new version of the shutdown is not playing guys in back-to-backs. We've seen Charlotte do this. They had the back-to-back recently where LaMelo sat one side of it and then Mark Williams sat another side of it. Who did I just see? New Orleans is kind of doing this right now. I think that's kind of the new way to tank. And I think the league and the teams have a kind of like maybe a wink, maybe heck, it's on paper, but in agreement here that you got to play your guys for the whole season. Okay, you want to rest a little bit here and there. You want to not push guys through injuries. You want to not play guys in back-to-backs. The league office can live with that, but they can't live with no more LaMelo Ball for the last 2 months of the season. So, again, I don't want to belabor the shutdown point thing, but I think the non-back-to-back thing is a compromise between the league and the teams to not just shut down players completely. We are very early in this process. I could be saying something different 2 weeks from now. I don't think I will, and I certainly hope that I won't. I've got some risers for you, Doc, heading into Thursday night's games. The 5-pack of games, guys, is GSW at Orlando, Denver at Milwaukee. I know you have Charlotte at Dallas. Sorry. You have New Orleans at Phoenix. Should be a good game. And you have Minnesota at the Los Angeles Lakers. Decent slate. Draymond Green is a riser, Doc. He's been really freaking good over the last 2 weeks. His PRA has gone 12-5-7, 1.4 blocks, 2 steals, 0.4 threes, ranking 36th in Yahoo League's 9-cat over that stretch, 36th. So very good stat line from Draymond. He and Steph and Podziemski and Moody, they've been activated because Steve Kerr's finally decided to start him and play him consistent minutes. But Draymond and Curry have plugged into the Jimmy Butler thing, and it's had great results. They're 6-1 together as we speak. Going into the the Thursday night game at Orlando. Mark Williams is a riser, Doc. In 3 games since his basically reinstatement with Charlotte, he's been good for 10 points and 9 rebounds, and I think the stats are going to get bigger and grow from there. But he's back. He's healthy. He's playing, right? It's not, there's this stigma on this guy because, he failed the Lakers physical. I think we all know the Lakers were full of you-know-what, okay? and they wiggled out of it after having buyer's remorse, and they used a failed physical. And, Charlotte didn't fight it. They were like, all right, cool, we'll take Mark Williams back. Screw you guys for all the chicanery, okay? And then I got another riser for you. That's right, chicanery. I got another riser for you. Klay Thompson, Doc. Klay Thompson, the second best shooter in the history of the league, behind Chris Dudley, okay? In the last 5 games, Klay Thompson has gone 19 points, 17 rebounds, 12. God, I'm screwing it up. These are points, people. 19. Oh, my God. Klay Thompson's
19.
never had 17 rebounds in a game.
19, 17, 22. No, go ahead.
Yeah, 19, 17, 12, 11, and 22 in his last 5 games. All right. So 3 of the 5 he's been 17 plus, but check out the 3 balls over his last 5 games. 5, 5, 4, 3, 5. You said it a night or two ago that Klay Thompson, ever since Luka left, has just had more freedom, more license, and you were bang on with that, dude. But he's basically averaging 4 3 balls a game over the last 5 games, probably averaging about 15, 16 points. Like, that's not waiver wire stuff, dude. That's a guy you need to roster and get in there, because that's difference-making stuff from the 3-ball line.
Absolutely agree. My followers, we're just going to crank this out. Goga, Russell Westbrook, Mike Conley. Westbrook, I still have faith that he's going to come back and be a bigger part of what Denver's doing. But ever since he got hurt and he's come back, he's not where he was with Denver. Like, when Aaron Gordon was hurt, Westbrook was starting. He was playing 35 minutes. He was vibing with Jokic. I'm not sure why that hasn't returned, although Denver's 9-1 in their last 10. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're just letting Gordon do his thing and bringing Westbrook off the bench. So I think Westbrook's value has tumbled a lot from where it was a month ago.
When I was making my daily rounds, Doc, because you shouldn't play your leagues weekly. You should be able to make moves daily. So I make the rounds. That was a little shot at 30 deep. So I'm making the rounds today, Doc. And I'm going through, because Bull had a very promising game on Tuesday night. So I'm going through, and I'm in all my Yahoo leagues, and Bull. I already have him on a lot of teams, right? But Bull's out there on waivers again. I might have dropped him in one league, and he made it through waivers, and he's back out there, free agent with the green plus sign. You can go get him if you want, okay? I dropped Russell Westbrook to pick up Bull today. I felt dirty about it, Doc. I did, because Russ is my guy. I love Russell Westbrook. But the way he's trending, and if Bull, again, it's a big if. We don't know with Coach Bud and the Coach Bud yo-yo. But if this Bull thing is real, he's going to be better than Russell Westbrook the rest of the season, okay? If you are hot on a guy, maybe Bull's on your waiver wire. Yes, I'm advocating you to drop Russell Westbrook for Bull right now. So there you go. I wanted to piggyback what Doc said about Russell Westbrook. Russ, I love you. It's not personal. It's just fantasy business, bro. And
it's not a done deal. Yeah, I mean, that's not a guaranteed win, because Westbrook could get hot and Bud could screw Bull. So it's not a done deal, but I agree. The way things are going and the potential of Bull makes me want to do that move as well.
So that's one of them. Yusuf Nurkic, Doc, you can all go ahead and send him back to waivers. In their last game, Mark Williams started, and it was Diabate as the backup, not Nurkic. By Yusuf. The league is doing him dirty, by the way. The guy can play. Okay. Is he great? No. Is he an all-star? No. The guy's a double-double every night, though, when he plays minutes. Jalen Suggs, Doc. I mean, my God, what are we doing here, bro? Suggy, you're my guy. I got his damn jersey. Okay. I love Suggs, Suggy. But dude, he has gone from dog to myth. Doc, listen to the games played for Jalen Suggs. Rookie year, 48. Ugh. Second year, 53. Ugh. Last year, 75. Ooh, made the all-defensive team. And like, wow, this is Jalen Suggs. I like this. Okay. And this year he's played 35 games, Doc. 35. It's brutal. Okay. Like I going into next year's draft stock, if he slips and it's like 2 rounds later than okay, I'll take Suggs, but I'm not taking Suggs at his ADP. I can tell you that right now. I'm gonna let him be somebody else's problem because this is 3 out of 4 years with horrible attendance for Jalen Suggs. Christian Brown, Doc. You know why Christian Brown? Because we are now finding out who he is as a fantasy player. And can he improve and develop over the years and add a 3-ball? Yeah, but it's not there now. Okay. And clearly Michael Malone is saying, don't shoot threes to Christian Brown. Okay. He takes 2.9 per game and he plays starters minutes. That like nobody shoots that few threes in the NBA today. He's been told not to shoot threes. Okay. He makes about 36% of them, so he doesn't suck as a 3-point shooter, but he makes 0.9 threes per game. That's tough for me to do business with. PRA of 15, 5, and 2. It's okay. And 1.6 stocks. These are all season numbers, okay? He's not a fantasy gold guy. So that has me dropping him. Not in reality. I think he's a better reality player than he is a fantasy player. And then CJ McCollum, Doc. CJ McCollum is bored, okay? Over his last 5 games, he went 14, 43 right before the All-Star break. And then since the All-Star break, he is asleep. 16 points, 12 points, 13 points. CJ McCollum's going through the motions right now, bro. Guys, download the Sports Ethos app for fantasy tools, real-time updates, player blurbs in the NBA, Major League Baseball, the NFL, and all kinds of other stuff out there to help you win. We have the best content going in fantasy sports right now, and we prove it daily. Stick with us, rock with us, and you'll win titles. All right, Doc, let's get to the betting portion of the show. Do you have any ATSers for Thursday?
I do. I've got Dallas, the mighty Dallas Mavericks at home against the lowly Charlotte Hornets, aforementioned Hornets. That spread, I believe, is 9.5. I'll take Dallas at home minus basically 10 points against Charlotte all day. Clay's feeling it. Kyrie's feeling it. PJ, Washington's due for a bounce back. Like, I think Dallas should kill them. So I like that one. I like Golden State at Orlando. Orlando is treading water, but they're also sinking. They're like barely treading water. They're barely hanging on. They have no identity. Golden State is cooking, man. Since Jimmy Butler got there, what did you say? They have 1 loss since Jimmy got there.
6-1.
They are rolling. And they are only 5.5 points against Orlando. I love that. Give me that. And then my Los Angeles Lakers at home against Minnesota. Anthony Edwards is banged up, but he's going to play. Is that correct?
Andre can
Rudy
keep us
Gobert.
honest with that. I don't know of any anything that would keep Anthony Edwards. Well, he's questionable, but he ain't missing this game. There's no way.
Gobert and Julius Randle are both out. That means massive Naz Reid game. Probably a big NAW Nickeil Alexander-Walker game. Play him. But the Lakers are feeling it right now, man. There's like blood in the water. They're like sharks. There's blood in the water. They can smell it, and they're going after it right now. So I think the Lakers minus 5.5 at home against Minnesota on NBA TV. Everybody can watch Luka. You're welcome. Lakers are going to crush them.
All right. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm not on the Dallas-Charlotte game. I'm not on the Lakers and Minnesota game. I am, Doc, on the Golden State and Orlando game. So let me get into the numbers here. GSW is 6-1 with Jimmy Butler. They have won their 6 games by 36, 24, 24, 7, 14, 21. Guys, 5 of the 6 victories by 14 plus points. 4 of the 6 victories by 21 plus points. They are hammering people, okay? Orlando seems to be going through the motions right now. Doc said it great. They don't have an identity. They are showing up to the gym to get beat right now, okay? They don't have life. They don't have zip. They don't have ball, okay? Breathing life into their program. They have Paula Banchero and Franz Wagner dying on the vine right now because, dude, they could literally go Tatum and Brown on it, with the 30-point combined games. That's 60. Okay. Where are you going to get the other 50 points from to get to 110 to be a legitimate competitive team? I don't know, right? They're not going to get 50 from the rest of the team combined, okay? They're screwed. They're dead in the water right now. Orlando's lost 2 of their last 3 at home. They lost their last game by 40. Okay. So a lot of times I talk about bounce back factor and clearly it's a possibility, but I think the way stronger trends here are the malaise that Orlando is in and has been in, and the way Golden State is just beheading teams. Okay. I like Golden State -5.5. Milwaukee, Doc, +3. Okay. I like this. Milwaukee is at home dog, getting 3 against Denver. And clearly Denver's a very, very good team. But so is Milwaukee. The Bucks won 4 straight heading into their Tuesday loss in Houston, 197. It was a clutch game. It went down to the final deal, okay? Milwaukee's playing good ball right now. They're playing well. Giannis's minutes are back up over 30, okay? Damian Lillard has been a little cold lately, but I think he's due for an eruption. And, Doc, for me, this is a coin flip game. I look at Denver at Milwaukee, and I think game on. Can't wait to watch this one. I don't know who's going to win this game. Okay, cool. Well, then give me the home team in 3 points. So I like Milwaukee +3, dude. Does Dr. Ray have any props?
I think that Denver is going to beat Milwaukee. I think Jokic gets up for Giannis. And I think Jokic is going to throw a triple-double in Giannis's face tonight. So I've got Jokic with the triple-double. I've got Luka with a triple-double, back-to-back triple-doubles for Luka coming your way against Minnesota at Los Angeles tonight. And then the last one is, where'd it go? Oh, Yves Missi over with no Kelly Olynyk. Whatever his point total is, which will probably be like 8.5, 7.5. Go with the over on Yves Missi with no Olynyk.
A rare Yves Missi over prop. I don't know if we've done a Missi prop all year, Doc. I don't remember us doing a Missi prop. I wish you luck with that, my friend. I like the bets. I do. Even the Luka triple-double prop, because he can't shoot anymore. So he might as well, grab rebounds and assist the ball and score like 13 points, because that's kind of where he's at right now. But yeah, triple-double sounds about right for Luka Doncic. So all kidding aside, I love this ongoing diatribe between you and me and Luka Doncic. I don't like the fact that prop bets trickle like in overnight. I don't know why they can't like kind of get out in front of it and do it the day before and stuff like that. Let me see here. Yeah, because right now they have props up for they don't have props up for this game. Okay, where did I want to go here? But I like the Luka rebound prop over. It's probably going to be at 9.5. 8. Could we get it at 8.5? Maybe. I don't know. That'd feel like Vegas is giving it away. Probably going to be at 9.5. In 3 games since the All-Star break, Luka has gone in the rebounding 11, 10, and 15. So do I want to play over on 10.5? No, I don't. I'm an over 9.5 guy on Luka. Okay. And as we record this, we don't have the number on that just yet. And then, without Mark Williams, without Anthony Davis, and I thought this when Luka went in, like he's going to have to rebound more, and he's an elite rebounding guard, right? He's 9 a game, but he's probably going to have to live at about 10 rebounds here The Lakers really need that extra boarding, especially because Jackson Hayes plays like half the game, and then LeBron plays a lot of 5. Luka's got to like pinch down and get long rebounds and box out and get that big rear end out there and box out and move some guys around and get some rebounds. Eat a salad. So I got some other props here for you, Doc. Wow. Doc has a minor issue here. Okay, so I'll just keep rolling here with the Ricky props offerings. But we like the Luka Doncic rebound prop over. I like the Damian Lillard point prop over. Why? Because it's against Russell Westbrook. Do you remember the playoff series where he hit the dagger over Paul George? Portland beat OKC, and Damian Lillard waved bye-bye to Russell Westbrook, got mobbed by his team, had the flat face, like one of the coolest things in NBA history. All right. These guys don't like each other, and they will get up for this game. Dame, this will wake up Dame. Kind of like the Jokic thing woke up Luka. This is going to wake up Dame. He's been in a little bit of a slumber here. He's going to be jacked for this game, and he's super due for an eruption. In 3 games since the All-Star break, great Dame has gone 15, 28, and 22 in the points. He will be in the high 20s or low 30s in this game. This will be a Dame game. It will be Dame time in this one, folks. So play the point prop over on Dame. Play the point prop over on Jamal Murray. I ask you, who guards Jamal Murray in this game? Gary Trent Jr.?
No one.
Okay.
He's going to go off.
Jamal Murray should have a game here, guys. Okay. I like his point prop over. It's going to be 20.5, maybe 21.5. Play it. Okay. He's due for an eruption. Last 5 games, he's gone 17, 55, 34, 19, 16. This is where like 16, that's rock bottom. Now he like spikes back up. Okay. He's 21 points per game against Milwaukee in the last 3 meetings. I like Jamal Murray's point prop over in this one. Did you want to add a comment before I moved on to a couple of more here?
No, I like Jamal Murray. I like Jamal Murray more than I like Damian Lillard tomorrow. The thing I don't like about Milwaukee, and the reason I don't think they can win the championship, is that they don't play defense. It's Giannis against the world, and you take Bobby Portis out, and then it's Brook Lopez and Giannis against the world because Dame don't play defense. So I think Jamal Murray should have a monster game tomorrow. I love that call.
All right, appreciate it, Doc. I'm a stubborn man. I'm going back to PJ Washington, point prop over. At home against Charlotte. PJ, I've had you in Sam Hinkie's letter since the beginning, bro. We've won 2 chips together in Sam Hinkie's letter. We're looking to get a dynasty this year, okay? PJ, you're my guy, okay? I drafted like from the bottom. Now we hear the Drake song, okay? He had 0 points against the Los Angeles Lakers. His point prop over was 15.5. I thought Vegas was giving money away, okay? They weren't. He didn't score a point. It was defensive night at the Omni for PJ Washington. You can't get a better matchup than Charlotte at home. There's no better matchup on the schedule all year. It's as soft as it gets, okay? And the ultimate bounce back factor, he didn't even score in the previous game. I'm going to ride the hot hand with Kyrie Irving, Doc. Point prop over on Kai. He is on a roll right now. 30 plus is where he's basically living. He's been 30 plus in 5 of the last 8 games. Charlotte's going to be more competitive in this game because LaMelo Ball is playing, all right? That's going to force Kyrie Irving to play more. It's not going to be Dallas up by 27 in the 3rd quarter. It might be up 13, right? But they're going to have to play this out. Kyrie Irving had 33 points in the first meeting against Charlotte as well. So I like his point prop over. Ride the hot hand there. All right, Doc, we got to get out of here. Anything you want to tell the people? Anything you want to tout before we say bye-bye and get them all ready?
I got to rattle off these injuries real quick so people know what's going on. Kelly Olynyk out. Julius Randle doubtful. That means he is out. Rudy Gobert and Dante DiVincenzo, I believe Gobert is out. Dante is questionable. I think DiVincenzo plays. He practiced today. Jonathan Kuminga is at the final stage of his return from an ankle injury. Middle of this road trip, he might be back. Anthony did not practice yesterday. If you can't practice on Wednesday, can you really play on Thursday? I'm still thinking we might have an Anthony Black game tonight. Julius Randle out. Gobert out. They're both out. Anthony Edwards, questionable. Tijan Salon, I hope I said that right. He has a right ankle sprain. He's out for, is that Charlotte? I don't even know. Doesn't matter.
Correct.
He's not on anybody's team. Dude, I think that's it. I think I just ripped through the injury list. And now Andre will pay me in 2 days. So I may have just saved myself a paycheck.
Rich Eisen couldn't have done it any better than you did right there, dude. That was as pro as it gets. Yeah, Tijan Salon, the rookie out of France for the Charlotte Hornets, will not play on Thursday against the Dallas Mavericks. All right, guys, a couple of reminders and a couple of shout-outs. Thank you for watching this. Please retweet it. Tell everybody about it. Big shout-out to Andre Lamouche for all the great work that he does. Shout-out to my boy, Steve Alexander, even though he's wearing a Lucas jersey right now. And I'm Rick Kamla. Before we bid you adieu, subscribe to the Fantasy NBA Today podcast and leave a 5-star review. We appreciate it. Subscribe to the Sports Ethos YouTube channel and give the video a thumbs up. Also, go to sportsethos.com. Subscribe over there as well. Just get in with our stuff, right? And download the Sports Ethos app. It's completely free. Go to your app store and enjoy. This episode right here has been brought to you by Bet Online. Go get them on Thursday night.